Woogie on the St. Louis Blues.
It's a feeling. It's something that you can get into. It's something that you can feel the music, the vibes from it. I mean, it causes you to want to move. It'll stimulate you. I mean, it does that to me. Well, the Magnolia House opened in 1949 and was, a success right away. The purpose was to make it into a motel when it was bought so that the people coming through would have a place to stay. Blacks who were in music, who entertainers, for athletes, for business, and educators, because they were the people that were traveling at that particular time. And see, there was no place for blacks to stay in Greensboro. There was no place actually between Richmond and Atlanta. A decent place for blacks to stay. Okay, when the big bands came through, they'd either have to stay on the bus, or they'd have to go to private homes. And there was such a need for it. It was a tremendous success, from the start. The bands only came, they only came occasionally, but we didn't see them like the people up north. They saw them all the time. So naturally, when they came, there were big crowds. And it's very interesting. I got to know all of them because they stayed there at the Magnolia House. Duke Ellington came here, his band. He did a concert at A&T. He didn't stay at the Magnolia House. In fact, he didn't stay in any segregated places. When he came, when he was touring the South, they had a special car that the Southern Railroad would hook up to the train. And that's where Duke stayed, in that car. Now the band members stayed at the motel. And the thing is, they went up to the Club Mombasa. And then it was something that people had never even dreamed of. Duke Ellington's, his band, now Duke wasn't there, but his band up there in the Club Mombasa, that was really something. And playing with local talent. And they played up there until about 9 o'clock the next day until the train pulled off. People wanted to go, the white people that wanted to come, when they heard that band was up there. But they had set up something where they segregated themselves. They missed out on it because they couldn't go in this black club. You go on the ground floor and then you go upstairs. And the club is on the second floor. So it's, they had bandstand, tables, chairs around the bandstand, and the people sat, and then they had in front of the bandstand they had a little area for dancing. Well, the whole idea was that they viewed the best entertainment anywhere. I met Count Basie at the Magnolia House. Count Basie and Billy Eckstein, Ruth Brown. They did a concert at the, well, it would be the Coliseum now, but wasn't the Coliseum then. It was, what was it? The Armory. I think that's what it was. I think that's what they called it, the Armory. And man, they would pack the place. You couldn't get near. If you didn't get there early, you wouldn't be able to get in. So they have a section set up for blacks and whites. But the way they partition the things off is just a little rope. So the people would, I mean, they sitting right there together, you know. And so when the music got great, I mean, music got good, I mean, everybody got in a real mood. Well, the blacks and whites started dancing. And boy, so the old sheriff, boy, he's trying to break it up, you know. He couldn't break it up. Y'all get back on that other side. He's talking to us. Y'all get back over there. And y'all stay over there on your side. Hey, listen. Boy, the people almost ran over the sheriff, getting down to the dance floor, getting down there to dance. And that happened every time a big band came through here. Gladys Knight. Now this is Ike and Tina Turner. Well, sometimes Ike would want to fight Tina, you know. And my father would straighten him out. And my mother would go get Tina, take her in the room with her, and then my father would get Ike. Ike would drink, you know, when he's all right until he drank. Then he'd want to fight Tina. And my dad would get on him. They were good friends. They worked the area a lot, and they'd stay, you know, for periods of time. My mother would cook for him. Louis Armstrong liked country ham and syrup, you know, the molasses, black molasses. Boy, he loved country ham and black molasses, boy. And my mother would fix them for him. I met Martin Luther King in Greensboro. Now, I showed you Folly's Sweet Shop, didn't I? Well, that's where I met him. See, that's where the students used to hang out there at Folly's Sweet Shop. That's one of the places that's very prominent. And on the other side of the street was called Boss Webster's. But the girls from Bennett would come to Folly's Sweet Shop. And there was a fellow from Atlanta. They called him Party Rock. And he was a classmate of Martin Luther King's in Atlanta. And he was out there on Market Street one day, and Martin Luther King was coming through, driving to Boston, and he stopped him and brought him in Folly's. And that's when we met him. But then he'd come back through here, and sometimes he'd stay with Rock. He was like the rest of us. He was interested in the pretty girls. That's what he was like. He liked the girls.